Okay, so identifying macromolecules. There is an easy way to figure out what they are by what they have in them. So first of all, a macromolecule just means it's a really big molecule. Just keeps going and going and going. And the individual pieces of it are called a monomer. So first you have to figure out which monomers make up each of these macromolecules. So you're going to match them up. So monosaccharide, which one of these is made up of monosaccharides? You're going to check a box. Okay. Now let's get down to identifying them. First of all, you have to understand that in chemistry, when we look at these pictures of molecules, each bend, wherever there is a bend, that means there's a carbon at that spot. There's a carbon there, there's a carbon there, okay? So instead of placing a C in all those spots, they just leave it blank and chemists know, okay, where there's a bend, there's a C. Okay, so now this is the chart we're going to use to identify. We always start at the top and then work our way down. N in the little models refers to nitrogen. So in chemistry, the symbol for nitrogen is N. Phosphorus is P, carbon is C, oxygen is O. All right, so this first one, what is it? Is it a carb, a lipid, a protein, or a nucleic acid? Well, we start at the top of the chart. Does it have a nitrogen in it? I don't see any N's. No. So, yes, we go over here. No, we say no, because it doesn't have an N. Then we ask this next question. Is there an oxygen, O, with almost every carbon? Okay, so this is a tricky one. There's a carbon here. There's a carbon here. Remember, at every bend, there's a carbon. Carbon, 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 carbon. It's just we don't show the C's there. Okay, so is there an oxygen with almost every carbon? Sure, there's a carbon there. There's a oxygen there. Oxygen with a carbon, oxygen with a carbon, oxygen with a carbon, oxygen with a carbon. So yes, they are mostly with carbons and oxygens. Okay, so this is a carb. Easy peasy, right? Let's look at the next one. Okay, well, we first say carb, then we say, oh, carbs are made up of monosaccharides. A monosaccharide is sugar, a type of sugar. That's why when we eat carbs, when it hits our digestive juices, it breaks those carbs up and they turn into sugar. That's why you don't want to eat a lot of carbs, because you don't need all that in your body. Okay, so the next macromolecule, we're going to look at this one. Okay, so here there are no bends between, so the C's are actually just showing up. Okay, now let's see, does it have a nitrogen? Do you see an N in there? I do not. So no, it does not have an N. Is there an oxygen with almost every carbon? Well, here's carbon. It has oxygen attached, but does this one? No, 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 no. Okay, so no, there are very few oxygens in there. It's a lipid. This is a fat. So we say lipid, punch that one, and then we go down. What are lipids made of? What are their monomers? They don't have any, none, okay? So I can tell that lipid is an unsaturated fat, meaning it's an oil. The reason I know that is it has a bend in it. If it was just straight across, that would be called saturated, which means it would be like butter. It would be hard. Okay, so now that you kind of have the idea of how to do this, you can go on and finish your assignment. Have a wonderful day.